This is Paula G, Voice Lady Wisdom with Who Goes First? I was listening to a sermon by the late dynamic Dr. Miles Monroe. He was preaching about the conscious versus the subconscious. Now, if you followed me for a while, you know we have had this conversation before. It's what lies in the subconscious mind that truly drives us. We think it's the conscious mind that drives us, but not so. Dr. Monroe gave an analogy which I have also used in the past, perhaps slightly differently. While we see the icons on our desktop or laptop computers, do we visibly see everything that is actually downloaded onto the computer and that can affect the operation of the computer? So much information is downloaded into our subconscious today by what we see, hear, taste, smell, and see. The information is repeated over and over and over. The information comes through all of our senses. We are such a fast-moving society that we are not always aware of how much information is sinking into our subconscious soul. Now, this is a deeper conversation for another day. We may not realize or understand why this matters, but it does. A recent experience caused my spirit to wrestle, and for the sake of demonstration, we will use wisdom. Mr. and Mrs. Wisdom, or is it now acceptable to say Mrs. and Mr. Wisdom? How about Jane and John Wisdom, or Jane Wisdom and John Wisdom? Now, some of you may be wondering, what is she talking about? What is her point? What's the big deal? Some may even say, who cares? Well, I'm glad you asked. Men need respect. It defines who they are and the roles they take on. Now, assuming we're talking about all the good men out there, a man's role is that of protector, provider, head of household, leader, priest of the home. All these terms have been used to describe a man's role or what we have been taught to be his role. So therefore, symbolically, that should be acknowledged as well. Setting the tone of a marriage where invitations are printed inviting you to Jane and John's wedding, would this not suggest that Jane is the head of the household, protector, provider, etc., etc.? Yes, we're in a society where people are free to love whom they desire and are free to take on the roles they are most comfortable with. Personal freedoms are a beautiful thing, and it's good to see people finally being able to love who they desire and how they desire. However, if there's a constant reference to he's not stepping up to the plate, or he's not doing what a man is supposed to be doing, or whatever the complaint is, well then perhaps we need to examine who goes first and why it matters. I'm Paula G. Voice. I'm a sagacious, independent lifestyle influencer. I'm embracing my own journey and sharing experiences along the way. I'm challenging dreamers to do the same by breathing life into their deferred dreams and living out the reality. It's never too late to embrace your journey and live your dreams. Visit Paula's blog at paulagvoice.com for the full journey.